If you're on board a tram that's leaving MediaCity UK, you'll notice this happen. The tram starts leaving the stop as usual, but then it stops just before leaving the platforms. And then it restarts again after a few seconds. This isn't a one-off thing, it happens every single time. And you might have noticed it as well. Lucky for me, all the trams on the Eccles Line are running via MediaCity for the next few weeks, so there are more trams here. So let's walk through what the driver usually does here. If you're not familiar with this tram stop, there's a short branch of the Eccles Line that runs right into MediaCity UK. There's only a single track between MediaCity UK and the junction, which means that there can only be one tram in the section at a time. When a driver arrives at MediaCity, they have a scheduled 2 minutes to switch ends and depart. When they get into the cab, ahead of them will be a sign saying RTS, meaning ready to start. The driver will have to press the RTS button in the cab, but before that, the driver has to get the tram into the right position and drive it up right to the end of the platform, up to the stop marker on the other side. This is because in the space between the two rails, at some locations is an inductive loop, a wire that's able to detect the presence of a tram when it gets near. I have left a few things out to make it simpler, but when the driver presses the RTS button, a request for a route will be sent to control. Checks are done to see if there's a tram in the single track section already, or if there's one that was permitted to enter and got there first. If it doesn't find anything, the signal ahead will switch to proceed and let the tram through. Sometimes the driver doesn't even stop fully, they just slowly approach the end of the platform, then accelerate once the signal switches to proceed. Or sometimes they're already in the correct position, so they just leave after pressing RTS. But this doesn't usually happen, I've only ever seen it happen once. Here's a driver's eye view of a tram that's going back to Manchester, going via MediaCity UK. There's a tram in the section already, so we let it go past before we enter. At MediaCity UK, we're directed to platform B. The driver then switches ends, of course, and then presses the RTS button in the cab. He gets the signal to proceed and drives the tram out of the platform. We're not going back to Broadway, so this time, we go straight on. You might be able to see the points changing as we get closer. The tram in front of us is waiting to enter the single track section as well. The points are set to the left, and so we can get out of its way. Now the tram always comes in on this side, unless this side is occupied already, then it goes into the other platform. The default platform for trams to roll into changes. At one point it was platform A, but it changed to platform B at some point. And here's it happening again. Up to the stop marker. Then they press a button in the cab, get the go-ahead signal. There it goes. From my observations, the driver doesn't usually use up the full 2 minutes to turn around, even on a double tram where they have to walk twice the distance, but the extra time is useful sometimes for getting rid of delays. Also, the driver might unlock the doors again if they're waiting for the signals to change. So yeah, there isn't an allocated platform for every destination, like Victoria and Eccles trams can both come into this platform that I'm standing on, but they will go into the other platform if this one is occupied already. Before you go, I'd like to mention my second channel, Metrolink Capture, which was actually the original name I was going to give this channel. I don't do much commentary on that channel, and I post other types of Manchester Metrolink related content there, so here it is. Anyway, subscribe if you like, and thanks for watching.